Greetings all. It is Damascena here, Red Moon Revival and the Bishops of Sophia Mystery School. I am coming on because I am very excited to announce that we are opening up Underworld to the public. Underworld is usually done, it's held inside of the Skydancer offering to the students who have traveled the descent journey. However, this time around, we really want to make sure that everybody gets to experience Venus's underworld mystery. In the ancient mystery schools, most of them were working with the codes of Venus as she governs the um, mystery of death and rebirth, of the initiation of the chrysalis, or what it means to be inside the mother's belly. And so my co-facilitator and I have put together really an epic 8-week journey for people who are interested in doing not just this work, but the greater work with the Venus cycle and the Venus mysteries. Now, if you know me well, you know I like to keep Venus's mysteries kind of behind the temple veil, but I've been thinking more and more about how it is time to kind of reveal some of what Venus is asking of her daughters now. We see more and more symbolism these days around this idea of the third temple and what it will mean metaphorically to weave a new temple veil. And I have spoken in past videos about conversations I've had with my teacher around the third temple really being a kind of consciousness that we're seeding here on the planet. And of course, from an esoteric perspective, Venus and her rays or her influence and the specific type of influence and impulses that she seeds on the planet are exactly mirroring this idea of what I personally think the third temple is. And so what I'm going to do is invite you guys to come to a special transmission about Underworld, about the kind of work that we're doing in the Underworld and how that fits into the greater Venus mysteries. But because we'll be talking about some of those greater mysteries, I'm going to host that on a Zoom call and then potentially just send out replays rather than just live streaming into a public group. You know, Underworld work is, even if you were not interested, let's say, in the deeper mysteries, and a lot of people aren't. We don't even really work with the deeper mysteries on the way down on her descent journey, because the descent journey is really the path of descent. It's the path into deep humanity. It's the path of deep humaning, in a sense. It's this idea of just kind of opening up and shedding through the 7 gates that Inanna travels through, all of the things that are not us, you know, all of our ego attachments, all of our false vestments of power that we have placed our faith in that aren't really true power. And in the dark, in the chrysalis, in the mother or the belly of the mother, that's where we learn where true power comes from, right? And this is connected to things that high initiates of Venus were also doing, work that the Venusian initiates from our ancient mystery schools were doing. However, whether or not you even care about Venus, from a psycho-spiritual perspective, this work is integral for really living in alignment with the essential self, knowing who we really are. And as Venus is related to the cycles of conception and the women's mysteries, you know, how do we get so clear in who we are, clear kind of the channel of the body as the vessel, that we can hear from the cosmos, you know, what the higher purpose, what the higher mission, what the higher intention of our incarnation is. You know, I don't know many women who are interested in the descent or in Venus work at all, who don't know that there is a deeper call on their lives, that don't have a deeper yearning to step forward and serve, and not in an egoic way, not in a way that will make them famous, not in a way where they need accolades, um, but it's like this deep yearning to serve, that is impulsed by love. And a lot of what they want to share inside their medicine is wisdom, which both of these things are Venus things. And so when we work with the template of the Venus cycle and her greater mysteries, it really primes the the body, the soul. It kind of like gets all cylinders aligned for miraculous conception. And miraculous conception can mean a lot of things, as we will talk about in the ascent journey. So I just wanted to pop on for just a minute and lay this invitation out to you. If you are interested, if this work has been calling you, we will not have another opportunity to be assisted by Venus to travel to the underworld for another 18 to 19 months. That's why I really wanted to make um, this a public offering. We are in a very ripe time of destruction, which again is part of the Venus mystery, is the destruction before the birth. We are living on in the transition time between the age of Aquarius and the age of Pisces. And every age transition, there is kind of a destruction that needs to happen to retemplate the the place where we're going. I know so many women right now who are visioning into what a new earth can look like, and not from a bypassy 5D ascension light code kind of way, but like a really grounded, embodied way, a way that they know that who they're being, just who they're being, affects the frequency of the planet. I know so many women who are dreaming of seeding this metaphorical new temple, which in a sense is the new age, right? With love, embodiment, but even more importantly, there's a siren going by, sorry. Even more importantly, with deep wisdom, with, ancient remembrance, with organicness, with realness. We're living in a really divergent place where we can find ourselves going down a path of the human, the synthetic, the unreal, or we are going to kind of hold the pull of the mother, of the earth, of what is organic, of beauty, of wisdom, of realness, of truth. And so if you are interested in doing this work, if you are ready to prime the vessel for conscious cosmic creation, if you are ready to meet the essential self, if you are ready to just take off a few layers, this work is gentle. It's not like we're gonna strip ourselves and gut ourselves. That's not what we're about. But gently taking off a few layers so we get closer and closer and closer to the essence of who we really are, right? Each cycle is a spiral dance in service to that exact thing. It's the descent, the taking off of the masks, the identities, the ego attachments, what isn't real. It is the deep nutrition of the underworld, the deep, fertile ground of the dark. And then it is the throne and how we rise from that place. But just like Venus, women, to bring in another archetype here, are quite mercurial. We're changing all of the time. And when you're someone who is an evolutionary being, who wants to follow the thread of evolution, who is interested in listening, deeper listening. In the Anana story, it begins with Anana putting her ear to the ground, to listening to what is true, for what she's being called into, to what the greater invitation or call is on her life. If you are interested in this work, invite you to come to a live transmission that I will be hosting later this week. I'm going to send out the details with an email. So make sure you're on my email list, and I look forward to having you there. Thank you.